GM, can you guys hear me?
Hey, yeah,
Yeah, just
got some echo though.
I have echo.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think I know what it is. Am I still getting echo?
It was when I was talking, but no, I don't think so. I think it's gone.
Okay, cool. Someone hit the
Good.
Gotchi bot. Also, my stream is working now. I was just sending the stream to the wrong. It was going to the wrong platform, but now I got that fixed.
Nice. Choinya got the record. Thank you, Choinya. How are we all doing today, friends?
Doing well. Doing well. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Had a fun day of lots of AI coding today. Was getting really in the groove.
Anything
Yes, he's
specific?
on. That's working on the DApp stuff. Just a lot of kind of things that I've noticed that either don't work or look weird or just random things that I'm like, if I were to go and code it or even have someone on the team go and code it, it might take an hour or two to like find the needle in the haystack of what's causing the problem. But with I paid for the OpenAI Pro plan because I wanted to try Codex and ChatGPT 4.5, and now they just launched O3 Pro. All these names, but I think my favorite thing so far is Codex. It's pretty sick. Like, it's really good. I mean, we have a large code base. Like Aavegotchi DApp is huge. Fifu, I don't think he's on the call right now, but he can attest. Just like it's a pretty big code base, but it's like able to pinpoint almost every time exactly what needs to be fixed. So fun. So I'm just like on the site, browsing around, doing stuff. We're getting ready for the base migration. So this is part of that, just like doing all the final testing. And today was more just going through and nitpicking on a lot of things, and I had a really good time. Just finding stuff, going over to Codex, being like, hey, just speaking English to it, telling it what to fix, and not like sometimes I'll give it an error and they'll be able to find, like, it'll know what part of the code to look in and how to fix the error. So I'm just sitting there kind of drinking tea, reviewing my pull requests, making sure that they're fixing stuff without actually breaking anything, and then deploying, basically shipping. So none of that is live yet. It's all in it's in the branch that we're working on for the migration. But working on a lot of little stuff that people might not see, but it does add up over time to the quality of the site. So yeah, I'm having a good time today.
That's amazing. That's also like the most dev thing you can say. Like, yeah, I'm having fun coding.
Dude, I'm Coder Dan. I do love the code, but it's like when the code base gets to a point where it's so big, it can be kind of annoying to, like, you got to spend at least 30 minutes or something. You got to find exactly what part of the code to look at, and it can be pretty time consuming. So when I'm trying to get the max bang for my buck in terms of time, and so it's AI coding it's coming in clutch. So anyone who's coding, I would highly recommend. If you haven't used Cursor already, or like something like Windsurf, you're already kind of behind. But this is probably the best $200 I've spent in a while. I haven't used Claude Code. Other people are saying it's probably just as good as Codex. I don't know. I like not having to I got everything in ChatGPT. It's pretty nice. So, but I have not tried Claude Code because my issue with that was I'm in China and I don't have a U.S. number, and it needed a U.S. number to sign up for. That was my blocker. But It's fine. I mean, I could get around it, but it's just a little bit of friction.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Twan to give me a code to use Google VO so I can play with some AI video creation stuff because it's looking so good. He's been making these
Oh, do
little
you need a
video clips.
code? I thought you could just sign up for it now.
You can, but I want the 4 months of free usage versus paying for it monthly.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it is per
Go-
month, but I think I have like at this point I have so many different AI related things where it's like the monthly subscription's starting to add up. So I'm like trying to figure out where
Right.
what I need the most.
Like, do I eat or do I pay for my AI agents?
Yeah. But it is useful. It's good for
Um,
content.
I think for VO, so I actually went and I got Ultra as well just to play with it. I'm really binging on the AI stuff. So I've played with VO3 a bit. Actually, I know Golden Cross was playing as well with it, just to make some stuff. The thing with VO2 is that it doesn't like you can drop images and frames into VO2 and it will generate the whatever you want based on those ingredients they call them. But VO3 doesn't support that yet, unless maybe I'm out of date. I haven't checked it today. So that's the bummer with VO3 is that you can generate these awesome scenes with sound and everything, but you can't. Like I can't drop the brute force directly into VO3 and have it do something. You can only do that with VO2, but VO2 is not as good as VO3 yet. Yeah, exactly. VO3 doesn't have frame insertion. But what's your experience been with it so far, Golden Cross?
Yeah, I'm mostly using VO3 because it is generally better. I mean, everything looks great with it, but you're limited in what you can do. So when it comes to our characters, our mascots, I would just use VO2 for that. But yeah, the stuff I've been messing around with is more like things you could splice into a clip or a trailer or something related to Gotchi Guardians, but it's not the actual Guardian characters because yeah, they you can basically describe them, but it never is going to turn out being the exact proper mascots without that
Yeah.
ingredients option. So no, pretty happy with it, making some cool stuff. We're all gearing up with a lot of content for Guardians promotions here as we head into summer. So I think we'd be foolish to not be using like all the latest tools to create content around it.
Yeah, I think I'm having a good time, encouraging everyone on the team. We started giving everyone on the team like a stipend for AI stuff about a month or two ago now, and I think it's going
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, that's been at least 2 months, and everybody on the team basically has their own. They're encouraged to get their subscriptions, and they have like a virtual card to do so with the company. So very much an AI first team right now. There were some pretty crazy examples early on when we first set up the subscriptions. I know Stellar was really leaning into it, and like, here I can show like an example here. Now, Stellar, he's going to go in post production. He's going to make it perfect.
Yeah,
But like, if you look at these avatars that we have shared on the Guardians X account before, um, I know he was telling me like how much time that the using the new AI subscriptions he had saved him so much time here on converting these gotchis. So like in the end, he's definitely handcrafting some of that, but they turned out so nice, and it was really because of the AI that we ended up getting thumbs on these gotchis because
oh right.
it just wouldn't remove the thumbs, and they're like, they kind of look good. They grip
He's like,
things
how does he
better.
hold the pitchfork without the thumb? It makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess they do
yeah,
need
yeah. It's
thumbs, don't
like,
they?
gotta have a thumb. He's asking me to hold stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good example of somewhere where it's still um, mostly probably I'd say Thomas's work, and yet there were probably some hours of just the middle section that was carved out thanks to whatever AI tool he was using at that time, or probably a combination thereof. Then there's Zbot, and I don't know, Zbot, I think you're on the call, right? If you got any new stuff to share in terms of like some of the animations you've been doing, and not just the GIFs, which are more, I think, all made by the artists and the team. There's like a lot of AI experimentation Zbot's been doing. So I think one of them is minted on base now, and there might be more coming. So pretty excited about the work Zbot's doing too.
Yeah.
I'm highly encouraging him to mint some of it for the upcoming GBM move to base. Everybody saw the announcements, right? So
Yeah.
GBM, anybody got those links? Make sure everybody's aware. GBM's doing the
Yeah.
doing the thing.
Yeah, I dropped an announcement in small announcements. I'll put it here for those who don't check that as well. Looks like we got quite a few fireballs, so a lot of people checking it. But if you go to that, you don't have to connect your wallet. Just drop your address in, and if you've ever bid on a GBM auction, especially an Aavegotchi one, or probably like the early cryptographs and stuff, I don't know how far back they're going. You should be eligible for some early allocation of the GBM token. I think they're doing 2.5% of the supply or something. I think that was the number I saw for the OGs. So pretty nice. Not sure what the utility of GBM is going to be, or if there's going to be staking. Still waiting to hear more about that. But I think it's cool that, really grateful that they included us in the airdrop. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
They have staking.
Yeah, I have a feeling knowing those guys, it's going to be a very well thought out tokenomics experience. And look at that, FaZe dropping the screenshot. That's what you want to see. 2.5% for the OGs.
Oh, nice. Yep. Yeah, that's where I saw it. Nice.
Oh, and there's Zbot's AI Gotchi there. Gen AI Gotchi. I love it. First AI generated Aavegotchi coined. So this is the play on base, right? You got to coin everything. Using Zora, Aavegotchi SDK, Runway. And Zbot, I know I saw some other news this week off of base, which was I think the Zora profiles are now also tokenized. So I clicked on Zbot's shared link, and if you want to drop a link to your coin Zbot, by virtue of having an account, he's got a market cap now. So there's the Zbot market cap. We're all going to be reduced to market caps here soon. This is where AI is taking us. But it looks like a cool concept. You get I don't know if it's individuals, and I mean, I guess like Aavegotchi could have a profile, right? And then the profile would have its own coins. So hopefully good liquidity. There it is. Zora / Zbot. Beautiful collection in there too. I think that's really the highlight. Zbot's always cooking. If you guys haven't seen,
worth $7,200. Yeah, it is a beautiful
bearish.
collection.
That's a steal. You guys somebody could swoop in and apparently own Zbot for 7,200. Buy my coins, Zbot says.
Let's see. Oh, he's got 50% is held by him. I think, is that how you read it? Holders, market 49.9%, Zbot 50%.
He's one half of the trade.
Yeah, guess that's how it works. About $5.
Oh, now he's taking over. Watch out for that impermanent loss. I saw I can dump.
This is friend tech all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, what's the twist? No Future,
I don't know.
are you getting in on this? Are you gonna do some Zora content?
Yeah, I made some Zora content. I was just looking at my Zora account and it says no coin launched yet, and I'm kind of afraid to because it's like I don't want to like give a number. I already have like the NoFu token on Polygon, which is at like a $4,000 market cap, probably less with Polygon down so much. But no one basically that token has had like no volatility because it's been like my friends buy it and they've just held it. So yeah, I don't know if adding a second token would be smart, especially since it's probably going to be worth less. But yeah, maybe I'll explore it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least it's you may have a choice. I thought you may not have a choice. You might just open up Zora after a couple weeks and be like, oh, I have a No Future profile coin now. So sounds like a retroactive airdrop. I'm bullish. I'm picking up some NoFu on Polygon, playing the
Right.
angles here.
There you
Rug
go.
Polygon and launch it on base.
Let's go. And then Zbot was taking me on a tour. This week we spent some time going through like a refresh of all the different NFT markets out there, and particularly the OpenSea. If you guys haven't been to OpenSea in a minute, I think in the last couple weeks here they've launched some pretty cool stuff. So seems like they're gearing up for NFT season 2. They're going to try their best. They've got a really nice user flow now. When you land on the site with a like I had to use a different device and just like come in as like a total noob. It's got a really nice onboarding UX where it's like, do you want the pro version? Do you want the casual fun version of the website? Um, and you kind of click around like that. And then it has like a kind of meta layer of XP and different things you can get for trading and doing different actions on the platform. So yeah, maybe let me know if you guys in the chat, if you guys are trading on there all the time or it's been a minute, but I hadn't been over there for a month or two and it had already changed a lot. Zbot was saying they're probably getting geared up for whenever they push the button on their own airdrop. So I was pretty impressed. And I think, Dan, that's a big part of our move to base here. All the Gotchi NFTs finally will be more compatible with those marketplaces like OpenSea.
Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna finally be, visible on Magic Eden and OpenSea. With specific, we'll have our Aavegotchi's collection. We'll have the wearables. We'll have Forge. But I mean, the Aavegotchi's is the big one. It'll finally be there. It just hasn't been there forever. We've never had a time where we've had visibility on a marketplace. So it doesn't guarantee anything, but at least we're in the game. It's been quite rough not being able to be visible on these marketplaces.
Yeah. Yeah, in a ecosystem that's all about adopting standards and then interoperability. We're like, well, we have our own little cozy nook here in crypto. Come join us, which is also kind of cool. But I think this is the right time. Yeah, it'd be nice to be on base and on OpenSea and all that good stuff. And Zbot mentions the fake gotchis. I saw a tweet go out the other day. Fakes also gearing up for the move to base, teasing it. I would not be surprised if we see a few new mints entering the queue here in the next couple of days as we prepare for the move to base. And we're talking with GBM. We're definitely going to have some new pieces ready for the GBM auctions as they kick off on base. So anybody that wants to be a part of that, if you guys have been holding out in terms of you've got a fake gotchi card, but you don't know what to mint, or you're looking for an artist, you want to be the publisher, might be time to dust those off. This would be a nice little opportunity to put our Aavegotchi artwork in front of a new community and get some new eyeballs on it. Would love to see a new Soju piece, etc.
I should note that we did turn the fake Gotchi's contract off ahead of the migration but we're gonna turn it back on for probably 1 week, just so we can get these pieces for GBM minted. So if you do have a piece, I would recommend maybe just DM me and let me know. So I'll make sure that we keep it open. But we are gonna turn it off because otherwise pieces will get stuck in the queue as we're migrating the contracts to base. So we are gonna turn it back on next week, and then we'll turn it back off again.
Yeah, that'll be good timing because I think Jake from GBM is going to join us on this call next week. It was almost this week. I think it's going to be a week from now, and go over more details about the GBM campaign this summer on base, how we benefit and can be a part of it. I think the TLDR is like the new pieces that we mint this next week. Will probably exclusively launch on GBM, but any piece, any wearable, anything that's trading using GBM in the bazaar is going to accrue some sort of points towards their TGE for GBM. So I think we're kind of like getting this awesome benefit of the GBM move to base, where we get to be a part of their whole, like a major part of their whole migration themselves or their deployment. So yeah, basically
Zbot, maybe we should make
trade.
a GBM GIF. Make a little GBM GIF with the outbidding, simulating the outbidding somehow. That'd be a nice little GIF.
So funny you said that. Zbot's cooking this week. I saw a preview last night before bed. It's looking good. Very GBM, very gotchi. So I don't know if he wants to drop an early look at it. Oh, it's just another
DM it to me.
Beautiful GIF. I know he's not done with the full concept, but I love the idea of like there's the bidder and the auctioneer, right? So there's like these different characters to play with.
Let's not share it yet, but please DM me. I want to see it.
So yeah, if that's spiking anybody else's creativity, this is a good time to fire up a fake gotchi pass. And I think we're gonna do some giveaways. Be on the lookout. We're gonna do some giveaways for fake gotchi cards in the days ahead. And part of the idea for that is if any of you are interested in being a publisher and you know other creatives, especially people that are minting on Zora or these other base platforms. I mean, the fake gotchi card is like this awesome high value invitation to a high value person to come over and create some art. And so there's an opportunity up on the horizon for that as well. Would love to see you guys help distribute some of the cards. We can kind of organically get them into some of the more active creators on base. And I'd love to see a little renaissance of people playing with the gotchi IP. Yeah, it's a good question, Goobs.
Yeah.
Is there a Dune analytic?
There was 2,535. Yeah, there's probably analytics somewhere. I don't think we're at half yet, but probably not too far away, actually. Before we get into the DAO stuff, I want to make sure, Goobs, you prepared some special memorial today, and I want to make sure you guys have enough time to go through that. It's really touching, something that you and No Future have been working on, cooking up the last couple weeks. Kind of a final send off for our fallen friends here.
Yeah, I have a couple videos to play that I'm going to share into the Discord, and then just going to read some words here. So I guess I'll read the words and then share. Let's make sure I can do a screen share. Should be able to do it. Okay, yeah, I'll switch over to the screen, the video once I play, but yeah, I'll start now. Today we pause our usual Gotchi hangout to honor and celebrate the life of two of our most cherished OG community members, Timmy, known to us as Tburd, and Nate, known to us as Hardkor. Men of many talents, spirit, and heart, and true legends in the Aavegotchi community. If you have a memory, story, or message to share for Tburd or Hardkor, please drop it in the chat or request to speak during the memorial, and we'll get you up to say a few words near the end. So Timmy, or Tburd, as many of us knew him, was a man who lived a dozen lifetimes in one. Photographer, sailor, surfer, artist, model, martial artist, snowboarder, and an explorer of both the real and the metaverse. He was a force of nature with a heart just as big. All over the world, from the land to the sea, and deep into the Gotchiverse, his presence left a mark impossible to forget. Tburd wasn't just a Gotchi. He was a guardian of good vibes, a navigator of creativity, and a friend to all. Whether he was beating everyone in Gotchi Guardians or just sharing some laughs in Discord, he made everyone feel welcomed, heard, and seen. He was universally loved, and it's no surprise. He brought light, warmth, and humor everywhere he went. I'm just going to share this screen, turn on the sound. This is a tribute video. This was created by Goose for Tburd. Oh, I actually might have to refresh it real quick. Sorry.
I've just been in the Gotcha community since it was like a white paper, like probably almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
Through his journey on Earth, though his journey on Earth may have ended, Tburd sails on, and every fake gotchi drop, every Discord memory, every moment of joy shared in this community, his spirit force remains. We love you, Tburd, and you will always be with us. Gotchi gang for life, friend. It's very sad. Yeah, so our second tribute today is for another iconic member of Gotchi gang, Nate, known to us as Hardkor. He brought an unshakable energy to the Aavegotchi community, a voice you remembered, a name you respected, and a spirit that helped shape the very soul of this project. Hardkor was a true original, a name that rang out across the Gotchiverse with strength, wit, and unwavering passion. More than just a screen name, Hardkor was a presence, a daily dose of energy, a vault of ideas, and a friend who showed up not just for the game, but for the people in it. He had that rare blend of sharp humor and genuine heart, someone who you can make you laugh, think, and feel all in the same conversation. Whether he was diving deep into the DAO debates, grinding out games, or just vibing in voice, you knew when Hardkor was in the room. And more importantly, you felt better because of it. Hardkor didn't just play the game, he helped shape it. He believed in the power of community, in building something real together in this pixelated corner of the internet. He reminded us that behind every gotchi was a human, and behind his gotchi was one of the best.
I figured I'd get a quick video for you guys before I go to the grocery store with my new friend, because you should see this shit, right? I mean, you need to see this up close, don't you? Look at that. And then look at this. You see these beautiful babies? Look at my babies. Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Though his time here was shorter than we ever imagined, Hardkor's spirit remains rooted deep in the heart of this community. In every governance vote, every gaming grind, every wild Discord combo, his impact was there. We love you, Hardkor. You're forever Gotcha Gang, and your spirit force will always resonate in this world and beyond. If you'd like to share a memory or say a few words about either Tburd or Hardkor, we invite you to request to speak and come up now to do so. Otherwise, we will continue with the rest of the Hangout. Thank you for attending this celebration of Spirit Force, friends.
things in the future. That was really touching.
Yeah, that was really well done on everybody that contributed, and I wish I could say I got to spend more time with them IRL, but I think we all feel that way. A few of us got to spend time in real life with both of them. Hardkor, Tburd, two amazing guys, and yeah, that was a really well done tribute. I can't think of two people that would be more appropriate to always remember and always consider. As a community, they were both huge parts of what we do here. So yeah, very well done, and gonna miss those guys a lot. Yeah, if anyone did meet them or does have more stories or something else to share or add to this is the time. You're very, very welcome to hop up and say a few words.
Yeah, I could say personally.
No future.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I could say personally, I had the pleasure of spending multiple events IRL with Tburd, and he's, everything you saw in that video, he lives up to tenfold. He was one of the best gotchi greeters. He was always there, spreading the gotchi gospel, trying to bring people in and make it tangible, and just there's several events we did a bunch of different cities, and it's a huge loss. So it's like, it was hard to read that for both of them. But yeah, Tburd, shout out to Tburd and Hardkor.
Yeah, from Miami to Vegas, maybe some other venues as well. Tburd was always there to sign up and put the work in. Some pretty cool pictures coming through here. I'm gonna guess that recent one there, is that Miami?
I think that is Miami from yeah, that is Miami because Sugarcane's in Miami. That was from 2024, if I'm not mistaken, when we did the Gates Hotel with the goons, the first time. Yeah, I'd left before that picture was taken.
I thought maybe you were on the other side of the camera.
No, that was part of the issue. We were looking for photos of Tburd, and Tburd is the photographer, so he was taking most of the photos of us. So there's video of him. Yeah, so there wasn't I don't really have a lot of I have video of him, which we got into the tribute video, but the photographs, he was the one taking all the photographs. So it was very, we weren't able to get a lot of photos of him, but tons of video. And then, it's seeing the ghost ship in the sky is very strong symbolism in the Gotchiverse.
Yeah, we wanted to do something nice, and just thought they're very different personalities, right? Like Hardkor, he's so good with his words. He's such a writer, and so it made sense to have something where we could remember and connect with a bit of him in the main district, and it should be something like with chat. Whereas with Tburd, you could do that too, but to do something different, I feel like the sailboat is so representative of everything he did, and kind of his I would say non-aggressive, very cool-headed type of personality. So now when you farm in the Gotchiverse, every so often, if you look up, you will see the Tburd sailboat, the ghost ship. Oh, he's even got the GBM shirt on in that shot. That's awesome.
Yeah, you guys did a great job getting the ghost ship and the Hardkor arcade going. Hope we can expand even further on that. Have more lore like that in the Gotchiverse. It's really really cool to see that.
Well, Hardkor, he had many different ideas and contributed to so many things that the DAO did pass, many things that haven't passed. But one consistent idea he always liked and advocated for was more like of an arcade experience within the Gotchiverse. And there's reasons that that's a really good idea. And then there's like practical limitations, or is that the killer app? But we said, what could we do? It made sense to have a hardcore arcade as soon as possible in D1. And so maybe someday it'll play games. I know Zbot's actually cooked up a little tribute related to the gaming side. I don't know if he got it finished or is something he can share, but the idea of little mini games in the hardcore arcade could be a stretch goal down the road. It would be really quite touching and appropriate. So. Those shots on the street, those are the Licky's mural in Miami. You guys were working at that day. Look at that epic mural. Some of these here, I got some stills of the. If you haven't been in D1, you can hop in and find it right by the Dow building. You can find the hardcore arcade. And oh yeah, yeah,
I thought you meant the mural.
Oh, I doubt it. I would be very surprised. Maybe. No, I think they sell that space over and over.
Right.
But yeah, just if anyone's wondering, it's a big District 1 is pretty big. So you would spawn if you're near that, like facing the castle, then just hook a left and go to that kind of northwest corner. And there's the Dow building. And we thought appropriately Hardkor should be near the Dow building. So there it is, Zbot. Yeah, see, look at Zbot. Vibe coded a game over however much time, and it's called Hardkor Arcade. So cool. Desktop working, still needs to fix for mobile. Okay. Hey, this has already come along, Zbot. This is nice. And yeah, it was a labor of love, kind of fun going through. Of course, not all, but Hardkor's been in the Discord since I think he entered in 2020. So like, I can't remember now. It was very early. You can type his name in the Discord, right, and see his history of messages. So
yeah,
went through and just kind of poked around different years, different times, and we lifted I don't know, 15 or so of our favorite, very quotable quotes from Hardkor. So it's so good. His way with words is so unique. And my brain is like a fireworks display in a library. I'm assuming that's an original from him. I don't think that's a quote from some movie he pulled or something. I think that's him, and it's so well said. Itchy dropping the shots here too. Nice.
He joined 2021 4/29, April 29th. First message: Ghost seems to be something that needs our bots.
Boom. Always solving a problem, right? Right from the top.
Yeah.
No, hi, how are you guys? My name's. He's like, boom, you guys got a bot. You guys need a bot.
It took him 2 weeks to send his first message. And then the first one, Ghost needs our bots.
Here's another example of some of the quotes even in here, more like to his hands-on, helpful kind of leadership style in the DAO. So like,
yeah, I love that.
We need the text of the prop we're gonna push, right? So well done. Yeah, both leaders in their own ways. See, Tburd, just model citizen, just that's what you want in a DAO, right? When you're pre-bounding curve, you're not messing around. That's awesome. Ditchy with the last known picture of Nate. Well, No Future, thank you for walking us through that and leading that memorial. It was very necessary. They're going to leave a hole, both of them being gone, but proper send off.
Yeah, shout out to Goops. He did most of that work. Stellar job there, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Goobs,
thank you
you've been
guys.
on it. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into DAO stuff, just want to give a quick update on the migration. Had a good week last week. We are currently in final stages of testing. We got Aavegotchis, we've got Forge, testing all the Forge, we've got GBM, we've got wearables. Everything is working. There's a couple final issues that we found related to Gotchi lending. And turns out there was some weirdness on the Matic subgraph that we've been using related to borrowing. So that caused some balance issues for a very small number of users, but it's not. We've got to have it perfect before we migrate everything. So team was working on that literally this morning. So I think that is going to be solved very quickly. There were a few final weird SVG issues. I think someone, Transistor maybe, found one of them where the Gotchi's shirt was on backwards. No idea how that happened, but I think we know how it happened. I'm not sure, but our Solidity dev working on it, Timidon, fixed it. And yeah, Zbot is thoroughly. How many SVGs did you view yesterday, Zbot? I think you were saying you were manually checking the whole collection with the SVG viewer. That's a lot of SVGs. Thousands. So yeah, we're making great progress. Fake Gotchi balances are also working, and the Fake Gotchi is minting. I think the app to mint them has already been converted as well. We also got Gotchi Guardian skins are now live on Base Sepolia as well and working in the bazaar. So we're really, really close. The last thing to check, and this is going to be next week, is all of the Gotchiverse stuff. So that's pretty much the last contracts that we have, the P0 contracts that we have to migrate. And then there's a couple more P1 kind of contracts, like the Ghost staking, that is going to be migrated probably a week or two after the primary ones, or not. We might be able to get them all at the same time. So we're really, really close, and we're actually we have a little internal deadline. I don't know if we'll meet it, but I really would like to, which is the birthday of Aavegotchi, which is July 8th. That's the summoner day when Zbot made the first Gotchi. So we would love to have the migration happen on that day. It is pretty tight, but it's not impossible. So if we can wrap up all the final testing and all of our scripts are working next week, then we'll be setting a date very, very soon here. We're super eager to get on the base. Like, I'm totally ready to get this ball rolling again. So yeah, that's a little bit of update on that. And then update on Gotchi Guardians. Team is also working super diligently on the next release. And we're also a work in progress setting up our theme page and setting up all the things that will go along with that. The theme SDK and updating our trailer. Got lots of work being done on the Steam side. So gearing up for what is going to be potentially the Gotchi summer. Like, this is could be a big moment for us. Obviously, a lot of things got to go right, but I think that we're heading in a good direction here. And then we'll also, during the DAO call, we'll talk about the moving the liquidity, setting up our presence on base, really going all in. We'll talk about the Hungry Ghost proposal that I made last week. We'll talk about a couple other things, maybe Gotchi Battler, maybe Gotchi Points. And then, yeah, I think we're going to have a good little DAO call here. Yeah, this is one of the... We've got a couple ideas for the storefront of Gotchi Guardians. This is one of the runners. Personally, I think I kind of like the original art a little bit more, but this is we're gonna put it to a vote and see which one everyone ends up going with. The OG one is, I don't know if I have a screenshot of it here. They all look awesome. Here's kind of the OG one. I really like this box art because it reminds me of, it's like the first art that we made for the game, and it reminds me of kind of Warcraft 2, where they have the human versus the orc. We got the Gotchi versus the Liquidator. But I could be persuaded. The other one does have all the characters, which is pretty awesome. So we're also preparing a bunch of screenshots. Really going to make the storefront presence something special and something that's going to turn eyes on Steam. Like, it's not every day that like a new, very polished tower defense, multiplayer tower defense game launches on Steam. So we have we got our plan to reach out to media, reach out to YouTubers that cover strategy and tower defense games, and we're going to try to make a splash with this game and get some coverage, get some players, and kind of get things started. So really looking forward to this release. This is going to be probably the pinnacle. Maybe not the pinnacle, but like definitely a big milestone for us as a community. I think just getting our first like major game released on such a big platform, and then also for our company, just finally getting this game shipped. I'm really excited. So yeah, that's updates on the migration. They're all kind of gonna tie in together. Like we could be going into base a gaming meta on base here. Might be leading that charge. We'll definitely see.
Yeah,
definitely have that potential. We're
totally.
gonna get all of our trading and stuff is gonna happen on base. That's a lot of eyeballs for them.
It's going to be really good. And yeah, couldn't be more excited about the Gotchi Guardians move to Steam. So gentle reminder, get your Steam accounts freshened up, create an account. We'll all be wish listing and writing reviews here in the very near future. So we're just a few weeks out now, I'd say, at this point of the full release. And we may even be sooner for kind of a beta access release on Steam. So we're
going to definitely get the storefront up. The storefront will be live. The build won't be up yet, probably, because it's going to take a little bit longer to get the SDK and everything done. But we're definitely going to have a storefront live, and then people will be able to start wish listing it. So once the storefront's up, you can start wish listing. That's when we'll do our first push. We're going to have multiple beats as we're going through this. We'll have the wish list page going live. We'll have probably going to do some form of early access for the game, just because it is kind of early access. We are taking a lot of feedback from the community still, and then there'll be like the final release. So we'll have multiple marketing beats on Steam that we can kind of reach out to people to cover, and Steam itself will also help promote the game if our numbers are good. So kind of all depends on how the game performs in terms of people playing it, wish listing it, and purchasing stuff in it. So there's a lot that we have to do right, but definitely got the potential. Any other news from anyone related to Gotchi, Immaterial, or Brills, or anyone have anything you want to say to the community while everyone's gathered here? We got FaZe coming up as facilitator. Otherwise, we'll head into our dower here.
Yeah.